Hello everyone, welcome back to Profs Huddle.
On this episode, we wrap up the regular season and send our Rowan Profs to the playoffs, plus highlights from a Philly sports legend's visit to campus.
Profs Huddle starts right now. Welcome to Profs Huddle. My name is Keegan Thompson.
And I'm Josh Turco.
Number 17 in the nation, Rowan women's lacrosse started the season below expectations at 3-2, but has since won 10 straight games to go 13-2, including highlight victories over 12th ranked Franklin and Marshall and 22nd Christopher Newport. The Profs faced one final test against number 18 TCNJ on Saturday, a team that boasts a 59-1 all-time record over the Profs and 14 straight NJAC championships. Both undefeated in the NJAC at 4-0 this season, the winner of this game will secure a top seed in the playoffs. Will the Profs beat TCNJ for the first time since 2010, or will the Lions extend their 15-year win streak even further? Rowan knows this is the game of the year, and they come out the gate ferocious, with Maddie Rothwine and Elena Corson combining to win the opening draw. Look at the scoop here from Corson. Beautiful done. And now over to Jess Hoffmaster, who fires top right in the corner for a goal. Rowan outscored TCNJ 3-1 in the first quarter, but TCNJ did not make it easy. Their aggressive play held Rowan scoreless for the next two quarters. Trying to battle back from an 8-goal deficit, here's Rothwine passing to Corson, who drives into the cage for a fourth quarter goal to help rally the Profs. She had 2 goals all day, both coming in the fourth, but unfortunately, the damage was done. Strong defensive play for TCNJ led the Lions to a 14-7 win to become NJAC regular season champs and their 60th win versus Rowan all time. Now with that loss, Rowan falls to second in the conference, with TCNJ at the top, securing home field advantage for the duration of playoffs. The final 2 teams in the top 4 are Stockton at 3rd and Montclair State at 4th. Top 4 in the NJAC qualify for playoffs, so Kane and Ramapo will miss out. And speaking of playoffs, these are the semifinal matchups. Top seed TCNJ will host Montclair State in Ewing today. The Lions ousted the Redhawks 14-4 during the regular season. Rowan, meanwhile, will host Stockton at the Rowan Soccer and Lacrosse Complex this afternoon, where the Profs had to come back against the Ospreys in the second half earlier this season to take a 28-8 win. Winners of those games will face off on Saturday in the NJAC championship game, with the higher seed hosting. All signs point to a TCNJ versus Rowan rematch in the NJAC final for the 5th season in a row, barring massive upsets from the sides of Stockton or Montclair State.
The baseball team tore up the diamond last week, posting staggering numbers throughout the weekend, including a dominating performance against NJCU, beating them 22-5, and it was cut short in the 7th inning due to a mercy rule. Let's take a look at the highlights from this past Friday as the squad gets ready for the NJAC playoffs. Bottom of the first, Nick Struble hits a double into center field, which allows Damon Suriani and Evan McCoach to score. Ian Murphy, who had 3 RBIs on the day, got a double, while Struble and Braden Davis ran home. Bottom of the 4th, McCoach bats a single into left field, and Brett Chiesa scores. Struble will then send a single out to right field, allowing McCoach to score. Murphy would then walk to first, and Anthony Pallone would get an easy score. McCoach now sends a ball down center field all the way to the fence, giving Joey Bogart and Mason Dorsey 2 easy runs. On to the 6th, bases loaded, Davis pops the ball down center field for another double, and Dorsey and McCoach would score. Bottom of the 7th, Jason Kelce would hit the ball out of the park, bringing himself and Murphy to the plate. Kevin Cole bats a double to center field, and Chiesa would score again. McCoach sent the ball down right field, and despite it being caught, Cole would take advantage and score. Struble up to bat, catcher misses the ball, giving Jake Barletta the chance to seal home, and he takes it, giving Coach Dixon his 700th win of his career. Let's take a look at the rest of the NJAC standings heading into the playoffs, with Rowan clinching first. That means number 13 Montclair State and number 12 Kane round out the top three. The next three spots are held by Ramapo, Rutgers, Camden, and William Patterson. And finally, the NJAC is rounded off with Stockton and TCNJ, who finished last in the conference. With Rowan securing a bye into semifinals, they will take on the 5-seeded Scarlet Raptors of Rutgers Camden tomorrow night right here in Glassboro. The winner of that game will then play either number 2-seeded Montclair State or number 6-seeded William Patterson, which is also taking place tomorrow in Montclair. The finals will take place on Saturday, May 2nd, which starts the best-of-3 series. If necessary, Game 3 will be played the next day.
Already guaranteed second seed and a bye in the NJAC playoffs, number 17 in the nation, Rowan softball, faced the Ramapo Roadrunners on the road Monday for its final 2 regular season games. But this series is anything but meaningless for Profs head coach Kim Wilson, who is chasing a milestone. Let's take it to the highlights. Rowan up first and Abigail Plosky at bat, 2 runners on, and it's an RBI single to center field which scores Zoe Rogers, Rowan up 1-0. Then Ramapo would answer with 2 runs at the bottom of the first, this one on a wild pitch from Beth Ann Doderer. Angelina Chisnicki steals home to make it a 2-1 ball game. Top second, bases loaded for Rogers. Solid contact for a sac fly RBI. Madeline Ritter scores for the Profs, tied game 2-2, which would hold all the way to the 7th inning, where it's Maggie Funston with an RBI single to center field, and then a finishing touch for sophomore Michaela Dansky, who blasts this one to the wall for a 2 RBI double. Rowan well ahead 6-2, and it's the last gasp for Ramapo, Profs giving up a run on an error, but they hold on from there to take the win 6-3. And congrats to head coach Kim Wilson on her 1,000th coaching win before game 2. Where the bats start out just as hot. Ava Fisher wallops this one deep right, and wow, it's gone already. A 2-run homer for Fisher for a team leading 7 this year. Profs then get walked with bases loaded, Funston ready to run, but will score on the walk 3-0. Hot streak continues with 2 more runs in the second, this one from Kate Evick for an RBI single. Now we move to the 5th, Profs leading by 7 as Fisher adds another RBI to her total, singling 1 to right center field. Rowan would go on to win this game 9-3, a statement win just before playoffs. For more on softball season and a sophomore making impact on the mound, here is Profs Huddle reporter Owen Caldwell with the story.
In Game 1, sophomore pitcher Beth Ann Doderer took the circle, and she delivered yet another strong outing, going 6 innings, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits, while walking 3 and striking out 1. The righty from Bayville, New Jersey picked up her 17th win of the season with this performance. Last year, as a freshman, Doderer made 8 appearances, pitching to a 2.07 ERA in just over 20 innings of work. Fast forward to this year, and Doderer has filled into the starting rotation after the Profs lost pitcher Riley Lutz due to graduation. In 2025, none of Doderer's appearances were starts. This year, the righty finished the regular season with 19 starts and 21 appearances overall. Throwing 86 more innings, she has lowered her ERA almost 1 full run to 1.12. Down the stretch for the Profs, Doderer has been a consistent presence in the first games of doubleheaders, with senior Emily McCutcheon getting the nod in the second games. According to Rowan Athletics, Doderer also picked up the win in Kim Wilson's 1,000th victory as Rowan head coach, back in Game 1 of Monday's doubleheader against Ramapo. Doderer is part of a pitching staff that has allowed 49 earned runs in just under 264 innings of work throughout this regular season. As the Profs prepare to begin their NJAC tournament journey in the semifinals, they will do so on their home field, where they have allowed 8 runs across 8 games there this season. Reporting for Profs Huddle, I'm Owen Caldwell.
Thanks, Owen. With the conclusion of the regular season, here's how the NJAC stands. It's Stockton seeking its first ever NJAC championship win, locked in as the first seed by way of tiebreaker over the Profs in second. Third and fourth seeds also decided by tiebreaker. It's Kane edging out TCNJ in the regular season doubleheader. And rounding out the other teams over the playoff cut line, Montclair State hangs on to the 5th seed, while Ramapo retains 6th despite losing a pair to Rowan on Monday. And now onto the playoff schedule itself. The quarterfinal already concluded last night, and 4th seed TCNJ hosted 5th seed Montclair, with the Lions taking a 2-0 win. So it's TCNJ taking a trip to Galloway to battle Stockton on Thursday in the semifinals. And on the other side of bracket, 3rd seed Kane hosted 6th seed Ramapo, where the Cougars took a tight 3-2 win. So they have a date with Rowan in Glassboro in that half of the semifinal. And once again, just like baseball, winners of semifinals will advance to the final, a best-of-3 series where the top seed remaining has home field advantage. 2 games played on Saturday, and a split series will result in a winner-takes-all game on Sunday. To discuss whether softball or baseball will make the deeper playoff run, we're off to Studio 1 for Brandon Sigel and Ray Simmons on the Profs Huddle 2-minute drill.
Thanks, Keegan. Rowan men's baseball and women's softball each start their runs in the NJAC tournament on Thursday, with both teams hoping to make deep runs in the tournament. So, Ray, with the tournament starting on Thursday, who will go further in the NJAC tournament, baseball or softball?
Bro, I'm going to be honest, you know me. I'm a baseball person. So, feel me, with the Rowan baseball team coming in as number 5 in the nation and being the number 1 seed after winning their NJAC title in the regular season, I think baseball is going to take a hit to go a little bit further, at least over than softball.
All right, well, let's take a look at softball's hot streak because, I mean, it's kind of insane.
Okay.
A record of 33-7 to finish the year.
Okay.
Undefeated in April. I mean, that is just pure dominance across the board. They finished the NJAC with a record of 16-2.
Which is great. Don't get me wrong. That's amazing. But my guy Brandon Davis, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the top hitters, you know what I'm saying? 451 batting average, 1.371% on base, 9 home runs, and 47 RBIs. Like, that's something that you want to look into, too.
You do want to look into that. So let's get into softball's players then.
Okay.
Ava Fisher, 3rd in the NJAC for slugging percentage with a .650. Michaela Dansky, their outfielder, most runs in the NJAC with 49.
I mean, yeah, we have that, but Rowan is also ranked 2nd in NJAC for batting average, getting 203 runs in 18 conference games. Isn't that something to look into and look forward to? Like, think about it. That's a high number.
That is something to look into. But softball is 7 players with a .350 average or better. They're also 2nd in batting average in the NJAC as a team with a .341 average.
I mean, yeah, we have that, but look at what the Rowan baseball team actually did. They beat TCNJ, they beat Montclair, they beat Keene, and they beat William Patterson. These are top schools.
They are top schools, but let's look at some defensive dominance real quick for you with softball. Emily McCutcheon, 1.01 ERA, 2nd in NJAC. Beth Andoder, 1.12 ERA, 3rd in the NJAC. She also has the most wins in the NJAC with 17. They're 1st in the NJAC as a team in ERA with a 1.30 with the least amount of earned runs at 49.
I mean, yeah, even with that, Rowan's ranked 21st in national doubles per game. You know what I'm saying? Extra hits, the more better they're going to be.
Okay, well, they're 6th ranked fielding team with 47 errors.
Look, I mean, we squeezed it all in another 2 minutes, and that's our 2-minute drill.
Well, that will do it for the Profs Huddle 2-minute drill. I'm Brandon Sigel with my partner,
Ray Simmons.
Let's send it back to the studio.
Thank you, Brandon. And we have a few profs to highlight in our weekly awards segment. Josh, who are you looking at this week?
Well, Keegan, I got Rowan softball's rising star on the mound, sophomore Beth Ann Doderer, receiving the Fresh New Face Award. While she got some time pitching during her freshman year, this season she's improved tenfold. She's 17-2 on the season with 86 strikeouts and an opponent batting average of 194. In 417 batters faced, only 73 have recorded a base hit off of her. Fantastic second season for Doderer, and the Profs will definitely look to lean on her in the playoffs and beyond.
And now to a more familiar face, Elena Corson, honored again as the GOAT x2 award. Last episode, Owen Caldwell honored Corson for breaking Rowan's women's lacrosse's all-time goals record, but in the week since, she has also become Rowan's all-time points leader, currently sitting at 318 heading into the playoffs. Previous record was held by Colleen Smith, who played for the Profs back in 1991 to 1995 at 311 career points.
One player is leaving a legacy for others to chase, and another is creating her own for others to follow. That is what sports are all about. Congratulations again to Beth Ann Doderer and Elena Corson for their tremendous accomplishments.
Before we close out this episode and season of Profs Huddle, I'm feeling sentimental. And Rowan University has given all of us some great moments. But it's hard to top what the football team experienced on April 21st, when future Hall of Fame center Jason Kelce came to campus to speak with the squad and the entire student body. Here's Profs Huddle reporter Alex Vasali with more.
A lot of my closest friends that I still have today are guys I played college football with, and Before Jason Kelce spoke as part of Rowan Sports Communication and Media's An Evening with Jason Kelce, he had a personal meeting with the football team.
Initially, when I heard he was coming, I was like, whoa, like, NFL center, you know, he had the underdog story, Super Bowl champion, and, you know, it's my favorite team, so I was like, all right, it's cool to be able to meet him.
For many, the moment meant more, hearing from a Super Bowl champion who built his legacy just miles away with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Being able to meet guys in person, like, I see them on TV all the time, but then, like, face-to-face interactions, just being able to shake his hand.
Kelce's message to the team can be used on and off the field, focusing on leadership, hard work, and becoming the best you possible.
Whatever I'm doing, just trying to make sure I'm doing the best of my ability to outdo myself, I guess you could say. You have to go hard in everything, really, if you want to be like the best at what you do.
Compete in everything. I do believe being competitive can be like something that's trained.
Advice from a champion is not one to let slip by. That certainly wasn't the case for Rowan's Gianni Deramo.
Being able to just be with the guys a lot, cherishing the moment. The key to building a great championship team is to have a tight-knit squad. Him telling me that makes me just want to think about ways that I could get the guys together, you know.
Although the 2025 season has long come to a close, this advice from a Titan in the field will be crucial for the Profs as they navigate the jump into the 2026 season. Reporting for Profs Huddle, I'm Alex Vasali.
If there was one person you could count on to bring a team even closer together, it's Jason Kelce. This teaching moment given to the team could help them be even more successful than last year. What a moment for the team and our entire school.
And just like that, that's a wrap on Season 12 of Profs Huddle. Thank you all for tuning in this semester to keep up with your Rowan Profs, and we wish them all the best in the playoffs.
Thank you once again for joining us, and stay classy, Glassboro.